Okay, welcome back to Manipur. We haven't seen this in a wee while. What can I say? I've been busy. But I do remember my burning hatred for Ayutthaya and how much I despise the Chinese. In fact, if I remember well, I made a solemn vow to remove Chinese culture from this game. I'm not so sure about the Manchurians, they're pretty cool, but all these guys, they have got to go. Because of course we are doing the Manipur achievement where you've got to conquer and convert all of the Chinese region. Might as well take out the culture while we're at it. We also want to get the Origins achievement where we need to grab all the Origin institution provinces. And I haven't been playing this save for quite some time. So I might be a little forgetful about what's going on, other than the fact that we are in a state of perma-war with Ayutthaya. And I see no reason to stop that anytime soon. As long as we keep ourselves below 66 war score, we should be avoiding call for pizza. If anything, his blockades are helping us there. The occupations, though, might be a bit of a pain. We reverse the occupations, we'll still be below that, but we have to tread carefully, especially when it comes to winning battles. We need to wipe out the last of these Changsheng Condottieri. And I think there are other people hanging around there. Yes, Mwang, Fwang also need to be torn a new one. We'll get right on that. Despite our dwindling resources, we have a small treasury, low manpower. Sailors are alright. At least we managed to combat our corruption. And once we've cored the lands that we have, we won't be spending so much on rooting that out. But there's not much point thinking too hard about what's going on, so we should just unpause and get on with it, as they say. So what I want are some units to go up and take care of those Changshengers. Probably have to unpause to let things actually recalibrate here because we're now playing on the 1.19 patch, whereas we certainly were not playing on that before, and I'm very swiftly not having a Condottieri agreement with us. But Langshang are on our side, so let's get ourselves north. We want to deal with Changsheng, and I want you guys to rip apart what's left of Ayutthaya there. We are capped on our relationships here, but I'm going to grab some military access through Pegu, I rather think. Thankfully they'll let us do that because, you know, enemy of enemy is my ally and all that. The enemy of your enemy is not your friend. Never be fooled into thinking that, because it's not the case. I do think I should be crushing the Muang Pwangs, though. Well, I mean, if they want to come and crush us in, it's just the savannah. But if they want to try it, then I'm all keen on that. And again, they're actually only going to fight Bhutan there, so that's a bit of a doozy. Still, though, you need to get on that, and we need to head up north to deal with those folks. There's a lot going on, but I'm certain we won't screw everything up, right? Right. Mighty Bhutan. Well, I see Bhutan's flag, so I'm just assuming it's all of their might that's getting in on this. So it's good to know that you get back, and what's all this? My queen consort is a heretic. Theravadan heretic. Well, she is bloody terrible. And I wouldn't mind getting a new consort, but I'm not in the business of selling out my prestige right now, so we'll just deal with that. After all, it's only a wee touch of... it's only a wee touch of unrest. We can deal with that. So I'm just taking it slow, getting us back into all of this. Jake did use the lot of Condottieri option. Condottieri are not quite so insane on 1.19, so... I'm a bit thankful for that. Still though, we have remnants of Condottieri in our land and I need to go and take care of them. Changsheng are not nearly as good at fighting as we are, but still. I don't want them capping my fort. It would be a bit of a pain. So we march north to take care of that. I'm going to have to gobble up Kashar at some point. They are sitting there. They are my culture as well. But there's a wee bit more truce left on that. Basically, I'm in no hurry. We can take it easy. I wonder if I might just find it worth my time going straight in there to engage. Because I really don't want them capping that fort. And we have a slight bit of flanking on them. Okay, I'm only going to take this fight if I can get them before this. 11 days, and that's only not 11 days. It's going to hurt our manpower just a bit more, but I would like to wipe out Changsheng once and for all. We also have a couple of our missionaries getting on this, so I want to wipe them out once and for all. They're going to run away here, and then I can just take them down, I imagine. That's making the perhaps baseless assumption that I'm going to beat them in battle. Well, if they're rolling a 9 at the very start against our 1, that might be a little baseless. Nah, our units are so good. We crush them. Don't even need to think about it. We just crush them. But you need to be ready to catch them as they return. There we go. And we're in a difficult situation when it comes to our unit numbers, but we should be okay. Grab you because we have some lands to take back. I want that. And you folks need to get into their country and ravage what's left of them. Well, goodbye that prestige I was trying to save. And you can have our general there. Which means I would like you to have the siege general. Oh, you can't have everything, can you? Where even is that siege general? Oh, you're our siege general. It's funny the way the world works out. I'm just glad to be back in the pilot seat when it comes to playing this. I made a terrible mistake and didn't wipe out the last of Muang Fuang. I just made the assumption that they all died. I need to take care of them. It's okay though, they're just chilling out over there. We can wipe them out in our own time. It's the Ayutthaya. Whoa, where did the Ayutthayans get that many units? That's against the rules, isn't it? Holy smokes, they got a lot. When last I left them, they were kind of bleeding and dying. So let's have a quick look. Their treasury is pretty crap, but their income isn't so bad. But if I look at Ayutthaya here, they got 9 loans. And still the same old corruption value. The eternal war with Ayutthaya. But I still like keeping them in that state. Well, I was planning on marching in and destroying them there, but maybe I'll pass on that for just a wee bit. I mean, they got their hands full. Alright, this is good. They're coming to enjoy a good old bit of whooping. We'll get there in a second, and then crunch. And they take a double terrain penalty, so I should be able to casually wipe out Changsheng here. That would be nice if I eradicate their army completely and then manage to have my diplomatic way with them. Looks like they're going to march over there or something. Unfortunately, I'm being stopped by this fort. Well, you do what you can. How's the printing press going, Jake? I'm going to try and get myself the printing press over in Ava once we've got that cord. It seems like a wonderful province to actually develop in. It's got farmlands, and although it is tropical, it's well defended by the fort, and it produces ivory, and ivory is delicious. It's also definitely the kind of province that I want to be building up. I can't actually get here, which is a bit annoying, and I don't think Ming are about to let us through. So I'm going to need this one down in a hurry. I'm already throwing all my cannons at it that I can. Alright, go and take them down a notch. I don't like the very existence of Ayutthaya in all of this, especially if they're rebuilding an army, and what an army! Yikes, where are they getting it all from? Ayutthaya. Still just 9 loans, and they're not debasing more. I wonder if they're getting gifts or something from others. They do disgust me. Now I could make half-decent peace with Ayutthaya, but yikes, they're pulling out all the stops here. Still though, I can rip apart what's left of their condottieri. So what are they gonna do here? Well, don't like where they're going with that, so let's get you hiding back a bit. We'll bring that down, crush the last of the Changsheng. There's just a lot of crushing to be done in general. Manipur is fighting, but we have our subjects general doing all the hard work for us. We'll crush you, and I kinda need to liberate Nepal. They seem to be feeling the burn here. Oh well, this is actually another problem. We have Ayutthaya on the rampage. Don't know if they're coming for us or these rebels. Probably the rebels. Aye, they're gonna crush those rebels and then... yeah, okay, so difference, of course, new patch, different AI. It seems like Ayutthaya is a much more aggressive fellow this time around, which is a concern for me, but I'll get this siege back. And I don't want to peace out with Ayutthaya, but maybe I'll have to. It is a shame. And Dhaka is not somewhere that we're going to support. They're going to have to eat their refused trader help. It's okay though, because times have seldom been better for Manipur. Should have hired some merc cannons, says Maximilian. Max, your war council of 1 will not be forgotten, but you're still bloomin' terrible. Syncretism is gone. Good. Syncretism is utterly disgusting. So it looks like they're going to try and siege back a few provinces. Fair play to them, but I am disgusted by their financial ability to hold together. Yeah, they make money. God knows how they're holding this together with such a large army, though. I don't really want to fight this enormous army, but this is part of the... well, a huge part of the reason why I wanted to floor Ayutthaya and keep them pressed down permanently. Okay, good, we got this back. Looks like he's trying to have another stab at that northern fort. There go Liang, they're finally going back home, which is bad news for me. So Ayutthaya would give up many things. The thing about Ayutthaya is if I leave them alive, they're just going to come back for more. I would have to rip them apart well and truly. And this would be the way to do that, because then I would split them up from their south and certainly deny them from ever going there. But I don't know, it comes with its own problems really. That's even more aggressive expansion. Lots of people want to kill me for some strange reason. Wouldn't mind getting the cores back for my subject while we're there, but Ayutthaya still remains with a strong heartland in the center here. And I don't like them having alliances or anything of the sort. I want to push them into pretty much perma debt though. I don't know, it's a tricky one. Well, I mean, we can hold on to this war for a while. The worst thing they could really do against me is take Pegu. That would be a real bummer. I could crush these guys, or I could just peace out. It's a tough one. I don't want to peace out with Ayutthaya. I've fought so hard to keep them pinned down like this. We started this war quite a few years ago in 1577. But this just doesn't feel like the best way to be making peace with them. Like I could be taking or ripping them apart so much more. Granted, this does tear them asunder, but it's not going to put them down for good, and they're still going to be a perennial pain in my bottom. That, and I don't even want all this land. It's, okay, well, 2 of them are in the trade node that I want, and Chaiya is, well, quite nice because it has its port over in the Gulf of Siam area. But other than that, doesn't do a whole lot. Kind of defeats the whole point of keeping them pushed down. Well, there's no need to hurry into that, but there's also no need to hurry into fighting that Condottieri stack then. So you guys can hold off on that just a wee touch. I'll take my lands back if you don't mind. You guys just kind of keep them in check then. Because there are others I'm going to want to fight. There's Ning, for example. The trouble is Ayutthaya will probably start making allies, and that's the real reason I wanted to keep them pushed down so much. Still though, if they make a comeback, and especially if they take back that fort, that's the worst thing. I wanted to keep Ayutthaya pushed down so I could focus on eating the people around them. I can't honestly see that going down. Also, why do I have an admiral? Okay, he's running away. Ayutthaya making friends is the scariest thing, and I would quite like to get my alliance back with Daiviet. Take Korat and Ayutthaya as instead. Well, I could take Ayutthaya. Is that even within my coring range? Yes, he clicks on the right buttons here because he knows this game of his. Well, I'll be damned, it is within my coring range. Could take Ayutthaya, but not so hot on that one. And Korat doesn't seem like... of course it's my coring range, it's adjacent to Langshang there. I'm not so hot on taking his capital right now. I'm more hot on separating him from the south and actually physically blocking him, especially by taking this fort right here. Of course, getting my cores back is icing on the cake and will allow me to actually integrate Langshang here. I also really want Langshang to make a claim on Huang so I can take them out without other people getting involved. Well, it's a consideration. A bit of peace would probably do our nation some good at this point. Oh look, nobody came to join us over here, and these are just hills, not mountains. I have a feeling those Nepalese peasants are going to give me a hard time. I mean, I'd love to fight Changsheng, but they're allied a lot of people that I don't get on very well with. Lana is the ultimate one I want to fight, but they're still married with Ayutthaya, and they don't exactly have any kind of... Oh well, Ayutthaya is actually hostile towards them, that's interesting. Hopefully it stays that way. Whilst hilariously, I think it said that Lana was protective of them. Huh. Okay. Well, granted, my nation does need some time to actually chillax. Truce is up with Dai Viet. I would really like to ally them, but they won't because of the whole war situation. As expected, the peasants came to fight me, and as expected, I forgot to give myself a general. I had the great Nepalese general. Jake, if you want to know which songs I want, okay, well just poke me about that later, because I'm never going to remember that right now. Naples would actually collapse to Rebs right now if I let that happen, so let's try and help out there a wee bit. Don't like Ayutthaya taking either of these forts, so I really probably should just make some peace then. It's a crying shame because I didn't want it to go down this way. But the aggressive expansion isn't too bad, and I have healthy truces with lots of the people here. Still want to take all their money to keep them stripped down for a while. But I would also like to get rid of their alliance with the Changshang. With this I can start integrating Langshang though, because that is land that most certainly should be mine. Oh, they've got their claim here though. No, that's Lana, not Langshang. Getting my lands mixed up. I would like my devoutness, but I need to develop Ava through the roof. Maybe I should be stripping them down of their forts rather than anything else. I mean, they got the fort there, nothing to the south really matters. I'll be taking that fort. It doesn't give me any route over here, so I would need some transports to actually make my way over and deal with that land. Not that maybe Pegu could be convinced to give me a little boost in that direction. Otherwise, I would have to keep this war going on for a long time, and I don't see that happening. So either I strip them away from Changshang, or... that's what I'd love to be doing. But recently did break alliances coming to kick me in the teeth there. Difficult, because there's so many targets around me and I want to eat them all. Interestingly, Qi is allied up with Ning. They're both people that I would quite like to kick in the face. I have a truce with you, granted, and I don't really have the power to take on either of them. Ratchaburi and Ayutthaya would also strip them apart. Yeah, these two provinces would. It would also be hella expensive. Yeah, if I did that. Yeah, that would also get me their fort. Well, I could even do that, but it means I wouldn't be getting my cores back. Also, the aggressive expansion would be horrendous. Bear in mind, all these people could, would, and probably should coalition me for this, which is why I'm trying to keep truces left and right. But I can't just fight wars 24/7, so I don't think I can really manage something like that. I need to take land that's further away from all these people that want to coalition me, especially the Chinese. So I think this is what I will be doing. And really, if I'm going to do it, I may as well do it now. I'm a bit saddened because I had them ground down. But it seems like the AI in 119 is, has a bit more in store for me. I would like to get this siege down first, though. Might be a bit of an ask. Ah, hell, if they're going to collapse, they're going to collapse. It's not truly my problem. Yeah, I can't get reps, but I can happily take some dosh. Oh well, it is what it is. I should be fairly happy with this anyway. And well, gives them a solid fighting chance of coming to slap me down again. Just to be sure there's nothing better I could be taking out of this. Fish, Chinaware, naval supplies. What is this, some kind of Norwegian wood campaign? Nah, I'll take it. I don't want to click that button because I fought so hard and I could have had so much more war score, but really there's not much more I could have taken out of them other than stripping them down diplomatically. There we go. Damn, that's a lot of people lost. That's almost enough to get me the achievement for killing both sides. Just want to make sure I'm still eligible for achievements. It was a switch between versions, although I did test it quite a bit to make sure it was okay. So there we go. Glorious land for ourselves. I can core it all. Yeah, and I'm keeping that fort too. But as we know, I am going to need some cogs if I want to be getting on that. That will give me 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And I don't really think I'm in the business of affording some Carvels right now. So we'll get that cored. We're going to pay through the nose in corruption, but otherwise we are A-okay. And Nepal is probably about to collapse. Yeah, there they go. High autonomy across the board, but it's nothing too bad for them. I want all of my troops safe and snug together. We've got loads of supply limit in Chengdu. And then we'll just sort everything out. Hopefully no one's about to be declaring war on us. We can get our great alliance back with Dai Viet. Gosh, I love Dai Viet. And I need to... don't know about losing all that legitimacy just to marry you, Nepal. It's Lang Shang that I care about. And I would like to start annexing them because we got all of their cores back and then some. It's going to take quite a long time anyway. But why would it take so long? It's not like I have the recently annexed subject malice, so let's see. Overextension is hurting, so is legitimacy. And we could do with an extra rival. I don't like Timurids, this much is true. In fact, I want to fight them for their land unless they would just quite happily fork it over, but I don't think they would. Heavens no. I'm not in the business of fighting them just yet, but they are pathetically weak militarily. Military tech 10 compared to our staggering 13. So it is a consideration there. I want my ideas, but I want that extra diplomacy as well. So many things I want. I can't go for Kale. Mawar should be our friend. I can agree with that. Can also dedicate a diplomat to it. Jake Daly's continued existence is an insult to all the people who died because of their unjustified aggression. This is not untrue. We have a truce with them that I would like to... okay, we're marking it as vital interest, so hopefully my subject will be making claims on these, hopefully. They are an administrator, so it's unlikely they're going to be ravaging them for those, but a man can hope. Still have too few rivals though. Ning and Liang would both make good targets for me because I want to strip them both down. Ning only have Qi as an ally. I'd love to rip them down, and Qi is a bit of a joke, honestly. So I guess Ning it is.